6 to 8 seconds is the average time in which a recruiter evaluates your resume and decides whether to make contact or not. Do you know the average amount of time this same recruiter spends analyzing your portfolio? 8 seconds. With all this information, we conclude that you only have 16 seconds to capture the attention of someone you've never met before. Do you find this difficult? Well, I've held your attention for the last 30 seconds, and you didn't even notice. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to catch the attention of recruiters and land your first job in the programming field. I'm not going to teach you how to create resumes or give exceptional tips about LinkedIn. Let's skip this part and focus on what I can offer. Your portfolio. McDonald's doesn't have the best burger in the world. He has the most recognized burger. What can we learn about this? Just knowing how to program is not enough. You need to know how to sell yourself. And there's no better way to stand out than having an impressive portfolio. The correct question is, what makes a portfolio great? Some will say that a good portfolio should be colorful. Others prefer an all-white design. Some suggest adding animations, and others choose to include photos. I don't recommend adding photos if it's not aesthetically pleasing. The truth is that there is no consensus on this. However, that doesn't mean there isn't a formula. While there is no absolute verdict, there is a formula. The formula for a good portfolio is simple. It must be clean, direct, and surprising. Now, let's go straight to the first pillar. Your portfolio must be clean. No dark mode. When creating your portfolio, remember that your target audience is not programmers. Its audience is HR professionals, recruiters, people with little or no programming knowledge. In this context, user perception is crucial. The only exception is programmers, and I don't really know why. Most users prefer more neutral colors or clean design, providing a more pleasant red. So forget about dark mode. Create your portfolio with white, yellow, blue, colorful tones, whatever you prefer, but avoid. Leave it black. User perception is the most important factor. Now, let's move on to the second pillar. Your portfolio should be straightforward, meaning the user should immediately understand what you're offering. When I say direct, it means that the user must immediately understand what you're offering. The first information the user must have is what you do. I would put React developer because I work with React, but some prefer front end. The me makes no difference. Right after the word React, I would reserve space for 3 icons that we will use later. Now that the recruiter knows what you do, it's time to briefly introduce yourself. Here, you can include your age, a little about your experience, where you work, but avoid going too long, as you don't want to write a long text here. Remember the 6 to 8 second rule. Recruiters generally review resumes in an average of 6 to 8 seconds. From the moment they enter your portfolio, they only see what you want to show. Just above, put your name and that's it. This is the home page. The page may look generic and lifeless, so we'll work a little on the background, adding a gradient to make the font stand out. And then we'll change the font color to white, providing better user perception. Remember those icons I mentioned earlier? I worked a little on the page, and with the icons, it looks something like this. The icons direct to our LinkedIn, GitHub, and a link to download our resume. After all, this is the second pillar, be direct. We're not done yet. Now, the third pillar, be surprising. To surprise your portfolio, do something that no one is doing. Create a section to display your projects, presenting them as if they were on a tablet. You may be asking yourself, why is that? But as I already mentioned, user perception is crucial. The way you present your projects demonstrates the care and attention you have as a professional. Within the same project, showcase the same application but in a mobile version, highlighting your ability to create beautiful web applications and responsive mobile versions before the recruiter even clicks on your project to view it. These images and details included in your portfolio tell a story, ensuring you keep their attention. So, this is how you should present your projects. You may be wondering how many projects you should include. I recommend at least 2 and a maximum of 4, but they need to be exceptional. Choose your best projects. There is no point in taking a tutorial from the internet and including it in your portfolio. Projects that everyone is doing or a tutorial that you followed. And that's how our portfolio looked. I am confident that you will attract the attention of most recruiters. especially if you're an experienced professional and have a portfolio as notable as this one. This will certainly pique the interest of recruiters. As I often say in my videos, the best code is the one that doesn't need to be written. If you want the code for this portfolio, comment below. Hugs.